At the 1992 Mr. Olympia, Labrada was said to have a better package aesthetically and overall, but when Dorian Yates turned around and showed his back, the thickness and overall width that he had over Lee won him the show. Dorian Yates had a back that no one else had seen in the sport. That's when everyone realized that a big back will win you a show. And today I'm here to show you how to build one. What's up, everyone? Today we're going to be talking about the back. The back is a pretty underrated muscle group when it comes to just the regular lifter. Most people go to the gym and work out their arms and their chest, but a big part of the physique is also the back. Building a strong back plays into a lot of other lifts. For example, your bench, your deadlifts, your squats, and overall it's just a very important muscle to develop. We're going to split this up into 3 segments: the upper, middle, and lower back. The upper back has 3 main muscles: the rhomboid, the traps, and the rear delts. The traps are the largest muscle in your back. They run from the base of your skull all the way down to your spine and out to your shoulder blades. The upper traps are responsible for elevating your shoulders. The middle traps are responsible for retracting your shoulder blades, and the lower traps bring down your shoulder blades. To put it simply, your traps are involved in almost every back movement. Then you have the rhomboids. They sit between your shoulder blades and underneath your traps. Every time that you squeeze your shoulder blades together at the top of a contraction, that contraction is your rhomboids. Any sort of horizontal pulling movement will hit these. Then you have the rear delts. These are technically the back of your shoulders, but they're also included in a lot of back movements. Now, what exercises you choose are up to you and what you feel comfortable with. I saw the most growth by pulling heavy in a lot of my back exercises. For the upper back, things like pull-ups, lat pull-downs, Tbar row, and a machine row with an overhand grip all helped out my back. Make sure that you're hitting your back at least twice a week. The Tbar row is really good to build the upper back and build those traps. Make sure to try to load this up heavy and go for 6 to 8 reps. If you're a beginner, I would focus more on trying to feel the contraction, so I would lower the amount of weight and I would up the reps. I would also recommend pull-ups. These are pretty much a staple in any back routine. These hit your lats and also hit your upper back depending on how you grip the bar. A wider grip will hit your upper back a bit more, and if you close that grip in, you'll start hitting your lats a little bit more. The machine row also works pretty similarly to the Tbar row. Make sure that you're hitting the overhand grips so that you're able to hit the rear delts, the upper back, the traps, and the rhomboids. It's really up to you and how you program this, but usually I hit a top set of 6 to 8 reps, and after that I'll lower the weight and try to feel a burn or a bump. And lastly, to isolate those rear delts, you can do reverse pec deck. You can program these on your back day or a separate shoulder day. I make sure to go light on these and really feel the contraction on my rear delts. The rear delts are really small muscles, so it's important to not put too much weight on them. Now let's talk about the middle back. This is where the lats live and where most people are trying to target when they say they want to build a stronger back. The lats are the biggest muscle in your entire back. They run from your upper arm down to your lower back. They are responsible for 2 movements: moving your arms down toward your body like a pull-up or a lat pull-down, or pulling your arms back towards your body like a row. This is why it's important to do both vertical and horizontal movements. Just below the lats sit the teres major. These are often called the little lats. The teres major assists the lats with all of its movements. When you develop the teres major, it contributes to that wide, flared look from the back that separates a good physique from a great one. I would still recommend lat pull downs for the middle back. These work the teres major. I'd also recommend a cable row where you're pulling the cables close to your torso. The more your elbows are flared, the more your upper back will be targeted. Along with the cable row, I recommend doing a machine row with the neutral grip. These should be targeting your middle lats along with your rhomboids, your teres major. I recommend going a bit heavy on these and trying to get really strong at these movements. If you don't have any sort of machine to perform these rows, you can always set up a bench and do a dumbbell row. I usually do all my exercises 2 sets to failure. First set is usually a top set, and the second set I drop down. Or if I'm feeling strong that day and want to move up the weight, the second set will be a bit heavier than the first. Before we get into the lower back, I want to talk to you about something that most people don't think about: the difference between pulling down and pulling back. So pulling down is a vertical movement. You can think of this as doing a pull-up or a pull down. You're pulling the weight straight down to your body. This movement primarily targets your lats and gives you that width. The V-taper that most people think about, that's done through pulling down. Next is the rowing movement, or pulling towards you. Rowing is a horizontal movement. You can think of cable rows, dumbbell rows, machine rows, the T-bar row. You're pulling the weight towards you horizontally. This movement primarily targets your upper and middle back. Think the traps, the rhomboids, the teres major. These movements help you with building thickness, and it's important to do both of these when building a well-rounded physique. A lot of people will pick one or the other and then wonder why their back doesn't look thick or why it's not wide enough. Now I want to talk about one of the most overlooked concepts in back training: elbow positioning. Where your elbow goes during a movement will determine determine what part of your back you're building. When your elbows are flared out wide from your body, the emphasis turns on your upper back. And when your elbows are tucked into your body, like on a close grip pull-up or pull-down, the emphasis shifts to your lats and middle back. Now lastly, the part that most people skip, the lower back. Now the lower back isn't something that everyone can see, it's not very aesthetic, but it does help you get stronger in other movements. The erectors are 3 columns of muscles running all along your spine from top to bottom. Their primary job is spinal extension. So you can think of when you stand up and hinging at the hip, the erectors are fired up. So any sort of compound movement that you do, a deadlift, a squat, even a row, your erectors are fired up to keep your spine safe and stable. So weak lower back can cap your strength in all of these exercises and also risk injury. The lower back is much more involved, but it isn't something that I specifically target. I know people that do back extensions. I built my lower back by doing deadlifts when I first started training. This helped me build my erectors. You can kind of imagine your lower back as being a base to your strength levels, and you want to make sure that you're proportionally getting that stronger as you're getting stronger in your other lifts. A weak lower back can really get you injured, so you want to make sure that this is always strong and healthy. So if you got any value from this video, make sure to drop a like and comment down any suggestions. I'm open to making any sort of video, so make sure to comment down. It's very likely that I make a video that you comment. Make sure to drop down any ideas. I'm thinking of making a video about my last week here at college, so stay tuned for that. But aside from that, make sure to drop a like, comment, and I'll see you for the next one.